Hey there, Sarah here, bringing you the next part of our Tarot Throwdown series, part 4, where we are talking about the Minor Arcana. So the Minor Arcana is made up of 4 suits. We have the Pentacles, the Cups, the Swords, and the Wands. Each of these tell stories similar to the Fool's Journey, where we're moving through a progression, but they each embody completely different things. So yeah, let's get to it. So the suit of Pentacles is our Earth suit. It's the suit of material goods and the physical world around us. So when we're pulling these cards, that's really what we're exploring. We're exploring abundance, material wealth. We're exploring how we interact with material things. It's also a suit it's really earthy in nature, and because of that, it does tend to speak to kind of like how we're nurturing not just ourselves and our abundance, but nurturing our relationships and how that's allowing us to bring in some abundance. You know, when we're cold and we're not nice to other people, we're not going to be able to invite really cool stuff into our lives. And that's, you know, what we see in the suit of Pentacles. So again, this is our material world around us, the suit of Pentacles. Each suit, this is the traditional Rider-Waite deck, starts with an ace and goes up through 10. And so we usually see in the traditional styling of the cards is a hand giving us whatever the item is of that suit, right? And this is meant to signify the opportunity here. So with the ace, we're given the opportunity of abundance. We're given the opportunity of material wealth. We're given the opportunity to have great connections with the people in our physical lives around us. And so even in decks where there's people, you know, they come up with their own images or their own meanings, it's about opportunity. You're being given the opportunity here. So the ace is the opportunity. And then we move through, and we have the 2, the 3, the 4, all the way up to 10. And it's a progression, right? We're moving up. The 5 in each of the suits is a conflict card. And this is a turning point. So we have the 1 through 5, right? And then the 6 through 10, or the ace through 5 and the 6 through 10. And the 5 is that turning point. Like, we've reached this conflict, and how are we going to come out of that conflict, right? Are we going to have to start over again, or are we going to keep pushing through to get up? And that's how each of the suits is structured. So again, our Pentacles are our Earth suit. Then we have Wands. So Wands, that's our Fire suit. And the Wands, they are about action and reason for action, like motivation for your action. So more than just action, and it's quick moving action. Fire is quick, right? We know fire is quick. Fire can transform. Fire can be life-giving, life-sustaining, but fire can also be life-taking and dangerous and, you know, unharnessable, if that's a word. Is that a word? And so fire can be all of these things, both great and terrifying. And we see that with the suit of Wands as well. But this is our action and our motivation for action, our reason for acting, right? So when we're giving the Ace of Wands here, we're giving the opportunity to act, to take action. But action isn't always, you know, like, what are we doing in action? Are we getting up and running a marathon, or are we making a really poor choice and not taking great action? We're taking actions that are harmful. And we see that here. And that's our 2 of Wands. Like, he's holding this world in his hands, and he's like, there's so many actions I can take. Which one am I going to take? And that's how the suit, you know, plays out here. So that's our suit of Wands. The suit of Swords, this is our thought, our mental kind of thing, our air stuff. It's associated with air. It's thoughts, it's creative processes, how we're communicating those thoughts to the world around us. And again, we see with thoughts can be both grand and they can both be not so grand. And we see that here in this story. The suit of Cups, this is our suit of emotions. Sadness, happiness, it's all of the emotions. It's the watery stuff. And we see here with this Ace of Cups, it's overflowing. So you have the opportunity to be overflowing with emotion. But how are you going to overflow with emotion? What are those emotions going to look like? And yeah, we see that story here in the Cups. So again, our Wands are fire, our Pentacles are earth, our Swords are air, and our Cups are water. So Wands is action, but it's your motivation to act, your reason to act. Pentacles are earth, that's material wealth, abundance, all things of this physical plane. Swords are your creative thought processes, you just thinking and communication, ideas, and cups are emotions, both happy emotions and sad emotions. And the way these suits work is from ace to 10, right? And with 5 being that turning point, that's our conflict. That's our low point. So what are we going to do after that low point, right? What happens next? That's the story that's to be told. And when you learn these stories, you can incorporate those into your readings as well. So like if you pull a 5 of cups or a 5 of pentacles or whatever in your reading, you can incorporate that information into the reading and say, well, hey, this is the turning point. So maybe maybe you're in despair right now, but this is the turning point. 5 is the turning point, but it's up to you. Are you going to slide down the hill, or are you going to climb and keep going to the top of the mountain, right? Like, where is it going to take you? That is yet to be told. But when we learn the story and the structure, we can incorporate that into the readings. So that's your quick overview of the suits, and I will see you in the next video.